everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Juvia's Place foundation sticks. If you do want to see a review and a demo, please keep watching. Each foundation stick retails for $16 at Ulta and Juvia's Place online. I purchased two shades in the shade Mauritania and Grenada. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It's super cute. And then at the top you have the shade names. When you turn the foundation shade over, you have some of the ingredients. This foundation stick comes in 30 different shades. I do want to read a little bit about this foundation on Ulta's website. It does say Juvia's Place full coverage natural multi-purpose foundation stick comes in 30 creamy and long-lasting sticks. Formulated to feel like skin. A weightless, multi-purpose formula that glides on seamlessly to cover imperfections while giving full definition to face. This full coverage formula is infused with shea butter and oil controlling ingredients to aid in a long wear time while providing radiance to skin. This foundation is also paraben free, phthalate free, sulfate free, and gluten free. Let's go ahead and open these up. First shade we're going to open up is the shade in Grenada or Grenada. Here's what the packaging looks like on the stick foundation. Let's open this up. Let's twist this up to see how much product we get. Not a lot of product. You get 9.7 grams or 0.34 ounces. Let's see what the shade in Grenada looks like. This might be too light. Let's see what the next shade in Mauritania looks like. Again, same amount of product. We're gonna swatch Mauritania. Yeah, I think Mauritania would be more of my skin tone. Let's see what it looks like applied on the face. That's Grenada. It's a little bit too light on me. And then we have Mauritania. Yeah, for today we're gonna wear the shade in Mauritania. I'm gonna wipe off these swatches. I'm gonna reapply my moisturizer. This is a Verse Gel Cream Moisturizer. You guys know I love this moisturizer. It is my favorite. You can purchase yours at Target if you guys are interested. It is super lightweight and I just love how quickly it absorbs into my skin. For primer, we're gonna go in with our Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. You guys know I always use this primer whenever I'm testing out a brand new foundation. I know how this primer works. It's not going to keep me too matte. It's not going to keep me too oily. It is the perfect primer. While we are letting that sink in, I'm going to be applying the foundation all over. We'll start off with a little bit, and then we'll add more if needed. I'm going to be using my brush to blend out the right side. Here's what one layer of the foundation looks like. Here's what a second layer of the foundation looks like. I want to add a little bit more coverage where my dark spots are. Taking a brush, we're gonna blend this in. I'm doing a stippling motion. That way we can get maximum coverage. I don't think that this foundation is full coverage. It's leaning towards medium coverage. Did like how that blended out. Taking my damp beauty blender, blending this in. Here's a final look on what the foundation looks like. For mascara, I'm going to be applying my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. For lips, I'm applying the shade in Frickin' Frack by ColourPop. I remember this shade was so popular back in the day. Now nobody talks about this shade in Frickin' Frack. ColourPop has too many new releases, just cannot keep up with them. I won't be setting the foundation because I do want to see how it performs on its own. Here's one last look on how everything looks like. After I applied the foundation, I look very dewy. This foundation doesn't claim to be dewy. I don't think that this foundation is full coverage. It does feel very lightweight on my skin. I will check back in with you guys at the end of the night to see how the foundation performs, and I will see you guys then. Hey guys, it's the end of the night of me testing out the Juvia's Place Stick Foundation. Here's what the foundation is currently looking like. I'm extremely oily. I have not blotted throughout my entire day. I do want to do a little bit of blotting. Taking a clean tissue, we're just going to blot the right side of my face. It removed a lot of the coverage. My first impression of the foundation stick is that I don't like how it does perform. I look extremely shiny by the end of the night. It did kind of sink into my smile line here on the left side. I did also notice that the foundation oxidized. Am I looking orange? I feel like I look like an Oompa Loompa. I'm not sure if it does translate on camera. In person, I look like I'm orange. We'll see how the foundation stick performs setting it with setting powder tomorrow. We'll see you guys then. Hey guys, it is day 3 of me testing out the Juvia's Place Stick Foundation. Yesterday I went back to my local Ulta and purchased 2 brand new shades. I still have the other 2 shades because I want to use these as concealer. The 2 new shades I did purchase is Addis, Ababa, and Madagascar. Let's go ahead and open these up. Here is what Addis Ababa looks like. We have the shade in Madagascar. Madagascar's too light. We have the shade in Grenada. Here we have the shade in Mauritania, which we tried on the other day. I don't know, you guys, the shade range is very far apart from me. I think I'll be trying out this shade here in Addis Ababa. I already primed and moisturized my skin. For moisturizer, I went with my Milk Vegan Moisturizer. I recently purchased this on milkmakeup.com because they were having a sale. Trying it out today for the very first time. For primer, I currently have on my Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. Here we have the shade in Grenada. This one is too light, but I definitely want to use it as a concealer. The next one is Mauritania, which we tried on. The next one is Addis Ababa. Today, I think we're going to use the shade in Addis Ababa. And here we have the shade in Madagascar. These 2 shades look very orange. I'm not a huge fan of the shade range. I still want to test out the foundation. I'm going to wipe off these swatches. I'm going to apply a bit more of the moisturizer. The Milk Vegan Moisturizer is a little bit thick of a consistency, but it does absorb very quickly into the skin. Just taking a little bit of the primer, applying it on my skin. I zoomed you guys in a bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm taking the shade in Addis Ababa. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm going to be applying that all over my skin. It's the closest shade to my skin, even though it does look very orange. I'd rather look orange all day than be very light. I'm going to be taking my brush, stamping this in. Here's what one layer of the foundation looks like. Again, we have absolutely no coverage. I'm going to be taking a little bit more, the shade in Addis Ababa. Blending it out again. Yesterday when I used this foundation for a second time, I tried to use my fingertips. I got an okay coverage. That's why today I'm using a different brush. I guess the previous brush didn't work as well. I thought, let me try a different brush. This one is actually a little bit better. Here's what a second layer of the foundation looks like. The coverage is a little bit better with the second layer versus the first layer, even though I do look like an Oompa Loompa. Taking the lighter shade in Madagascar, trying to conceal underneath my eyes. Going back in and blending it out. Here we have one layer of the shade in Madagascar that I use underneath my eyes. I do want to add a tiny bit more where my darkness is. I'm doing a stippling motion. That way we can get the most coverage. I will be setting my entire face with my Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder. First, going to be setting underneath my eyes using my damp beauty blender. Using that same brush, I'm going to dip into that Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder to set all over. I'm going to be applying 1 coat of my L'Oreal Unlimited Mascara. I want today to be all about my foundation and not about what mascara I'm wearing. I want to go very light with my mascara. For lips, I applied the shade in Perfect Burgundy from L'Oreal. Here's one last look on how everything looks like. I will check back in with you guys at the end of the night to see how the foundation performs, and I will see you guys then. Hey guys, it's the end of the night of me testing out the Juvia's Place Stick Foundation. Here's what the foundation is currently looking like. I did not like how the foundation wore throughout my entire day. It did cling onto my neck wrinkles, which I found so weird because normally foundation never sticks there. I did find these foundations to be a cream finish. It doesn't state to be creamy. It does feel very creamy on my face. The foundation is also settling on my eyelids. I'm gonna close my eyes so you guys can see. I did set my eyelids and I set my neck as well. So I'm not sure why it's settling into my lines. I'm not sure if I will like this foundation. We'll see how the week does play out. I will check back in with you guys at the end of the week for my final thoughts, and I will see you guys then. Okay guys, it's the end of the week of me testing out the Juvia's Place foundation sticks. My final thoughts on these sticks is that I don't like them at all. I don't like the formula. I don't like how much product you get. I don't like how it wears throughout my entire day. I do currently have the foundation on. I have the shade in Madagascar applied all over, and then for my concealer, I'm wearing the shade in Grenada. I do want to mention on the side of the packaging, it does state it's formulated to feel like skin, which I agree with. It is a lightweight foundation, and then it continues to say our shade stick is a weightless, multi-purpose formula that glides on seamlessly to cover imperfections. What exactly does this foundation stick cover? It doesn't cover up my dark spots. It does cover up my redness, I'll give it that much. Then it says this full coverage formula. The formula is not full coverage, it's light to medium coverage. Continues on to say it's infused with shea butter and oil controlling ingredients. You guys saw on day 3 when we did apply this foundation, I used a matte primer. I was still super oily by the end of the night. Here's what's super funny about this foundation. It does state infused with shea butter and oil controlling ingredients to aid in a long wear time. There is no long wear from this foundation stick. I've never been so disappointed in a foundation until I used the Juvia's Place stick foundation. I would not recommend it to you guys. If you guys have used it, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Overall, you guys, I would pass on these shade sticks. You don't even get a lot of product. That's another downside of this. And it's super expensive. It's $16 for 9.7 grams or 0.34 ounces. Now, you guys are probably curious on my eyeshadow look and my lip color that I currently have on. For lips, I currently have on my Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Lip Color. This is in the shade Cinnamon Toast. I love this shade. For my eyeshadow, I currently have on my Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 eyeshadow palette. I first applied the shade in Coffee Beans on my outer V, and then I took the shade in Iced Coffee and I packed that all over my lid. And then for my inner corner, I added the shade in Drizzle. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.